Guys, I'm back. This is not, again, going to be very long because, to be honest with you, this is the one topic I never really wanted to cover. And it's basically like when I started my channel, in the back of my head, I just said to myself, I'm not going to cover school shootings because they happen so often, and it makes me sick each and every time. I remember the first one, the first really big one, Columbine. I remember it was like the first day of my job when I worked at the Holiday Inn. First day I ever worked a front desk job, I got home and that was what was on the news. So I will never forget that. And that was like the first in a line of so many that I've lost count. Um, the reason why I wanted to make a quick video about this one in particular is because I was very shocked to find out this was a female, number one, that did the shooting, although she was trans, and I don't know if she was planning to transition or if she just dressed like a boy. I'm not sure. I don't know much about her, and I don't really care to learn much about her. I don't give a shit about that chick. Like, she's obviously a disturbed individual, and she's where she belongs to be, dead. I wanted to mention that the police in this particular shooting were amazing compared to, what was it, Uvalde, where they just stood around like idiots. Ugh. That was disgusting. Honestly, like, I could not believe that video of them just, like, lined up in the hallway like a bunch of fucking assholes while these children are dying because they're too chicken shit to go in and shoot the guy. But anyway, that's the story for another day. I will get all pissed off if I start talking about it. But I wanted to mention, like, the things that I've heard coming out after this one, like Melissa Joan Hart being, like, just in the area with her husband and coming across this and helping the little kids across the street with their teacher and then helping one of them reunite with their mom. Like, stories like that are beautiful and amazing, but at the same time, poor Melissa Joan Hart is telling us this is the second one, like, that she's been close to because she used to live near Sandy Hook in Connecticut. What the hell, you guys? And here's what I wanted to say. I'm getting right to the point here. I'm not going into this happened at this time and blah, 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 blah. I don't even give a shit what this... I think her name was Audrey Hale or something. The 6 victims, of course, my heart goes out to their families. The little children, 9 years old, like, that is way too fucking young to be dead, okay? So this bitch who shot them, I swear to God, she's right where she needs to be. Because if the cops hadn't shot her that day, they would need to give her the death penalty. And I would hope that she would die by firing squad, to be completely honest with you. She walked in there with assault rifles. Assault rifles! Against little babies! What is wrong with this fucking bitch? But anyway, like I said, I will get all worked up and make myself all angry. That's not what I intend to do. What I wanted to say, the thing I wanted to point out to you guys is, do you know when the last time there was a school shooting in the United Kingdom was? You want to take a guess? Mind you, they don't have guns like we do, alright? The police have sticks on their belt, which I've always thought was stupid. But the last time there was a school shooting in the United Kingdom was 1996. We gotta do something about these guns, you guys. We got to. Because look at that. That's right there is your example. There is your example. That's why the United States is as bad as it is with this bullshit. Because these kids... And in the United Kingdom, people can get guns on the black market. It's not like it's impossible to get a gun there. It's still been since 1996 was the last time there was a school shooting in the United Kingdom. Let that sink in. Literally, that's pretty much the only thing I wanted to say. It's tragic. It's heartbreaking. I feel so bad, especially for that. Of course, the little kids. Of course, I feel terrible for their families. But the janitor, the 60-year-old man who had, like, a whole bunch of kids and a whole bunch of grandkids, the school principal, the substitute teacher. My mom was a substitute teacher, you guys. Yo. She also happened to be, like, best friends with the governor's wife or something. I don't remember what they said, but, like, no. No, 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 no. And the other day I did a video about the bullies that were responsible for the death of Adriana Kutch here in New Jersey. And I said something to the effect of, we're spending so much time worried about school shootings and what adults do to the kids that we don't think about what the kids do to each other. I take it back. We gotta do something about these fucking guns, you guys. And no, I'm not saying we're gonna take away your guns, so all you, like, make America great again, people can sit down and calm yourselves. I'm not saying that we should take away guns, but we have to do something, because something's not working in this country. Why the hell does this happen all the fucking time? Why? Why? Babies. Innocent children. And you know why? It's because of the first one that gets attention is like, oh, I guarantee you there's 100,000 kids right now sitting there go, ooh, I'll be the next one. I'll be the next one. They don't even care if they're dead. They just want to be the next one. It's sick. It's disgusting. It's sick. We have got to do something about these fucking guns. 1996. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. It has been that long since there was a school shooting because they don't have guns the way we do. Food for thought. It's disgusting, you guys. I absolutely hate that this keeps happening. And I can't believe it was a female this time. Like, what the fuck is so wrong in your life that you decide that it's the best thing for you to do is go murder babies, children, little kids? How can you point an assault rifle at a child and fire? What the fuck kind of thing do you have wrong in your brain that makes that okay? And, oh yeah, she was once a student there. So, you know, like, I'm gonna spend my life hoarding weapons and waiting for the day that I'm gonna go and murder children in the school I went to because why? Because I'm gay? Because I'm trans? Because what? She apparently has this manifesto. They need to release it. I need to know why. I need to know what the fuck she was thinking. Not that it matters, because there's nothing in this world that would justify that shit. Nothing. 1996, you guys. We need to do something. What are they doing in the UK that we're not doing here that makes it not happen there like it happens here? It happens here so often. It's like it's every fucking week it's happening somewhere. And, you know, it's not only schools. Like, look at Pulse. Oh, I need to do a whole video on that, because Pulse, you know how for example, I did my video on the chocolate factory in Reading because I lived there for 9 years, and I knew that place really well. Well, Pulse Orlando, I also lived in Orlando. I lived in Orlando for 3 years. I worked at Walt Disney World. I was a reservation aide. Well, I was an itinerary planner in the reservation center. Best job I ever had. And, amazing. But when you live down there, you learn that I think it was every Thursday, they had a, hospitality night at most of the bars and clubs down there, where it was, half-price drinks and, free admission for everybody that worked in, hotels and restaurants and theme parks, and all of us, we all got to go, real cheap. So, I was at Pulse once a week. Every week. With my good friend Misha and my ex-boyfriend John. We were there once a week. My sister and my cousin came down to visit me in Orlando. I took them to the parks. I took them to Pulse. And Pulse is gone. Because some fucking gay person who was a closeted homo, who was well, I'm calling him a closeted homo, and I don't look. I love gay people so much. I dated a woman for 6 years. The dude that did this was a closeted homo. He was gay, but he couldn't handle it, so he went and killed a bunch of gay people. And, he was also I'm not sure which country, but he was Arabic, and like, you know, in those countries, it's like a death sentence if you're found to be gay. Like, so he's all fucked up in the head because of, you know, the fact that he definitely had gay tendencies. He was married to a woman and everything, but like, she knew he was gay. Everybody knew he was gay. But that's his logic was, because I'm gay and I can't handle it, I'm gonna go kill a bunch of gay people, and that's exactly what he did. But yeah, I'll make a whole video on that, because that's something that's really close to my heart, big time. I mostly remember the fact that the entire interior of that club, for the most part, was white. Because they had this lighting system where, you know, like I have these twinkly lights, and you can change the colors. Well, they had this lighting system where you change the colors would change, but the whole place was white so that the light would reflect. So in my head, the only thing I could picture was the blood of 50 people all over that white club, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare that I have in my head thinking about that. Wow, so messed up. But yeah, this Tennessee thing has, you know, really messed me up a lot, especially when I realized, you know, I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers this morning. She did a video on it, and she's from the UK, and when she said that about the last shooting in a school in the UK was that long ago, I was shocked. It happens every fucking week in this country. It hasn't happened there in so long. That's like 20 some years. Dude. We gotta do something. We've got to do something. I'm gonna go. I told you guys I was gonna make a video. It's not necessarily about that. Do you mind? This cat thinks that she's like in charge. Anyway, what are you doing? You're a nuisance. Yeah, big fat nuisance. But anyway. What? Come here. What are you doing? No? Anyway, I had to say something, because it's like really bothering me. Especially 1996. What is wrong with us? We gotta do something, you guys. We gotta do something. That's it for me. I'm calling it a night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good night.